and so are we, and so is the commissioner with the next selection.
With the 37th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Derick Hall, linebacker, Auburn.
Auburn's Defensive Player of the Year last year, Mel, 19 and a half sacks in 36 games.
Yeah, he's a great kid. He's a heck of a football player. And you think about what he was able to do at Auburn. He set the tone, really. 4.55 speed off the edge. The burst at the snap, goes speed to power, sends offensive linemen back to the quarterback. Yeah, you look about secondary moves. That's something when the initial one is thwarted, that's when you want to be able to develop that at the pro level. That's what coaching does for a Derick Hall who wants to keep getting better and better. Against the run, shows the willingness to set the edge. Shedding, he got it better as we moved along at Auburn. Last 2 years, 24 and a half tackles for loss, 16 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles off the edge. Talk about the Ole Miss game, 10 tackles, couple hurries. Mississippi State, 8 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. This kid gives you everything he has on the football field.
It's a vet. You want to go with an odd front, he can stand up and play outside linebacker. You want to go 4 down and sub, he can do that too. He developed his finesse package as the year went on. It got better, but he's primarily a power player who can set the edge very well.
Guys, we've had another trade here in a draft that has been filled with them. The Falcons have just moved up to this spot. They are on the clock for pick number 38.
Okay. All right. Well, like I've always said, Seattle marches to the beat of its own drummer. Pete Carroll and John Schneider do not give a damn about your mock drafts. They don't give a damn about anybody you're talking about on the internet. They do not let the fans or the media run their operation. They're going to do what the hell they want to do. So for the first pick in the second round, they go with edge player Derick Hall from Auburn. My man is a straight-up roughneck. Anytime I watch Auburn play, right, covering Georgia and everything, this dude always stands out as an edge player. He is hell on wheels. There is no doubt about that. I don't understand picking another edge player. Now, people are going to talk about, of course, the ability to set the edge. I guess that obviously, or not, I guess, that definitely comes with better rushing defense. If you feel like your base edge players or something like that can't set the edge or whatever. But this is the second year in a row you draft a edge player, right? And a lot of people are talking to me, or at least they're coming to the channel talking about the Seahawks going back to a 4-3. That doesn't make sense. Everyone they're drafting, as far as edge players, are all shorter players. If you're running a 4-3, you're definitely going to want guys with a little bit more length because they have to play a little bit tighter technique. As an outside linebacker edge guys, you're playing in a little bit more space. You're going to get those guys who run out of motorcycle stances like a Derick Hall or a Boye Mafe. All these guys, 6'2", 6'3", Uchenna Nwosu, same deal there. Darrell Taylor, same deal there. Tyreek Smith, same deal there. These guys all really fit in odd front defense. You have to trust and believe in your guy, Pete Carroll and John Schneider, right? There's no other way for me to say it because, to me, if you draft a cat like this, somebody needs to go. How many guys are you going to have dedicated to one position? I named them all off before. Uchenna Nwosu, probably the best damn player in the front seven. Darrell Taylor, he showed you in his second full season that he could get you 9.5 sacks just like Uchenna Nwosu. And he was playing in a rotation with Bruce Irvin and Boye Mafe and, of course, Uchenna Nwosu. You didn't get a chance to see Tyreek Smith play at the position. So that will be Uchenna, Taylor, Boye Mafe, Tyreek Smith, and then Alton Robinson, right? He another guy who was hurt, didn't get a chance to show his stuff. Maybe he's on his way out the door, but you still have at the very least 4 or 5 certified guys. Boye Mafe looked the goods. He looked like he could actually set an edge. He looked very athletic. He looked like he could get after the quarterback. You would think with Bruce Irvin going, then their snaps increase. Same deal. You're not going to develop the guys you have. You're going to keep looking towards new guys. I don't understand the pick from a roster standpoint, but if they make a subsequent move, then it would make sense. Maybe you trade somebody like a Darrell Taylor. That would be hard, right? You know what I mean? You trade Darrell Taylor. because you definitely going to play Boye Mafe. I don't see why you wouldn't play Boye Mafe. And you probably want to see what Tyreek Smith is going to give you. He was dope as hell at Ohio State. Derick Hall, you just drafted this guy very high, just like a Boye Mafe or whatever. So he's going to have to play. Darrell Taylor, not really long in the tooth, only 2 years of actually playing. And then he showed himself to be able to get after the passer last year. I don't know. I just need to hear from you guys on this one right here. You guys wanted an edge player. You kept saying Nolan Smith. A guy like Derick Hall to me is easily as good as Nolan Smith, right? Maybe not as explosive or the crazy pop-out numbers, but Nolan Smith weighs 238 pounds. This guy's 250-something pounds, and he has 4 or 5 speed, just much more powerful type player, very instinctive. I'll definitely get to a film study on Derick Hall. I've seen him play enough ball. I think is a good selection from a player standpoint. There are, I don't know. There were some guys on the board at some positions like on the inside, right? We talked about Siaki Ika, even a Jervon Dexter and guys like that. So I don't know. You still got another pick coming, I think, at 52? So that should be coming up here tonight sometime. And probably another in the 3rd round. I forget exactly what pick that is there. So we shall see how it unfolds. But, man, they keep stacking the deck. One thing you can say is they're getting some very talented players, but they are stacking the deck at one position for some odd reason. Somebody has to be pushed out the door. You guys have to let me know if it's good, right? You just play a whole bunch of guys at the same position, right? Yeah, don't allow for people to get a rhythm that way. You got to think about it in that manner as well. Or does someone get pushed out the door and then you run with a shorter rotation and let guys get some rhythm and get some action out there? I don't know. You guys have to let me know, though. All right? Beyond that, man, if you're looking at some other positions, man, running back. This was a great place to take a running back, too, at 37 with all those guys down on board. But it's a ton of guys who are running backs in this draft who I think are very viable. So that 52nd pick, or maybe even waiting until the 3rd round. Yeah, they got to address that, in my opinion, though. Or maybe they like DJ Dallas a lot more than we think, but even still then, you need some more bodies there. Got the receiver. Offensive line, people were talking about on the inside, but they went and did that in free agency. That was something they could address later if they want to address that. I just did not see the need for another edge player. So, but hey, ain't my team. Pete and John, them boys know what they doing, so I have to trust and believe. Just like they did with Witherspoon at the 5th pick. If they like a guy that early with that position, he has to be dope. So you see what they did with Tariq Woolen way out in the 5th round or whatever like that. So, hey, let me know. It's your boy Mid-Atlantic Murph. Let's talk about it.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.